welcome back to Bodywise Pilates. I'm Sally. Today we're just going to look at some exercises that focus on the waist area. So through the core, through the abs, but predominantly the waist. So we're just going to start by mobilizing the spine a little bit with those movements. You'll start with your arms folded, your hands one on top of the other. Lengthen up through your spine, sit up tall, lift the breastbone, keep your chin parallel to the floor. As you breathe out, you're just going to turn and do a little bounce. And then breathe in, come back center. So exhale, let the hands separate as you turn. And drop that elbow just down a little bit. Now think about moving more from your spine than you're thinking about moving the arms. Breathing out. And in. Exhale. And in. Last one. And in. And then hands here. Just to mobilize with a different range of motion for the waist, just side to side. Exhaling, inhale as you swap, exhale as you go over. Breathing out, in as you change, out as you go over. A little bit of a pendulum movement going on here, but engage the abs to support your back. And release, good job. Okay, so we're going to start with the oblique roll back. We're going to have the legs parallel, your heels lined up with your sit bones, your spine up nice and tall, and your arms out in front of you. As you breathe out, you tilt back off your sit bones, start to turn your body, keeping the front arm still, and sweep the back hand down and back up to shoulder height. Breathe in to come back up. So I'm exhaling, tipping back off my sit bones, engaging my abs, twisting through my torso, reaching that back arm down and back up again, and breathe in to sit up tall. Exhale and inhale. Exhale, tip, turn, roll and reach. Tip, turn, roll and reach. Inhaling up. Exhale as if you're blowing out a candle. And inhale to come back up. Breathing out. And keep those going. To get a nice steady rhythm, working at your breathing rate. Exhale, if you tend to find that you're going quicker than I am, then slow your breathing down. One more, and up, and rest. Okay, down to lying down. You can always place a little bit of a cushion underneath your head if you find you've got a little bit of a more of a kyphotic curve in your spine, you find your head's doing this, just lift the head a little bit with a cushion, that's fine. So we're going to just do the legs over from side to side to wake up the obliques. We're going to have the arms up, that's much more challenging with your core stability. So slight imprint, engage those abs, one leg up to 90 degrees and the other leg, those shoulders down into the mat and the arms don't move. Breathing out, keep the legs apart. You need to keep your knees and your feet the same width apart the whole time. If you break the knees together, you'll tend to find the inner and outer thighs will work more than the obliques. Now I'm not twisting the legs, it's not this movement. It's literally over to the side as I'm letting one hip come up and then inhale, place. Exhale. Now you'll find you'll get to a certain point and the arms will want to compensate to balance you. Try not to let that happen. Keep them still. Exhale over. Inhale through your nose. Making sure that that opposite shoulder doesn't lift away from the mat. Exhaling. Inhale. Take your time. Tighten up through here. And inhale. Engage. And release again. I'm going to do two more, and the last one. Keep the legs up and place the hands underneath your head, and we're going to come up and across. Now think about being kind of armpit towards the knee. It's not elbow to knee, so exhaling, getting both shoulders up, inhale down. If you would like to make this just a little bit more challenging, you can reach the opposite leg. Okay, so you're always twisting towards the bent knee and reaching the other one. Still thinking bottom rib on one side across to the hip, on the other, keeping the arms open. If that feels too much, just go back to keeping the legs still up in tabletop. And of course, you know that if this feels too much, you can always do it with your feet on the floor. And we're going to do 3 more, 2, and the last one, hands behind, rock up to seated. All right, so now we're going to come onto the elbow. You need to have the elbow, normally I'd say underneath your shoulder, slightly further away, ever so slightly, and rather than having the arm forwards, normally I get you to hold this position. I'm going to ask you to rotate the arm out a little bit. This is going to enable you to keep your shoulder girdle stability as we drop and lift the waist. Normally I say to you, don't drop the waist. We're actually going to drop and lift it today to work it a little bit more. Knees are bent. You can either have them both straight in this position with the bottom leg straight to work the top leg, or bend the bottom one if you find that gives you a little bit more stability. All right, I'm going to do this with both legs straight. They're kicked forwards at a 45-degree angle. We're going to lift the top leg. All right. From here, we're going to place this hand behind the head. When I breathe in, I'm going to bring this leg forwards, do a little bounce, and then as I exhale, I'm going to kick it back, and I'm going to lift my waist even more. So as I breathe in, I'm going to let my waist drop today. Bring it forwards, forwards. Now as I breathe out and kick back, lift that waist. So drop it a little bit, don't let it collapse, just let it drop a little bit. Breathe in. Now you can see I'm keeping my toes pointed when I bring the leg forwards. If you're prone to sciatica, that's a better position. If you don't have any problems with sciatica, you can flex the ankle to challenge your hamstring flexibility. So I'm inhaling, dropping that waist a little bit, exhaling, lift that waist as I kick back. Inhale. And exhale, 2 more, lift, lower, lift, and bend the knees. Good job. All right, so the next one you can choose. You can either do on your forearm or you can do on your hand, as long as it doesn't cause any discomfort in your wrist. You can see I have my knees in this bent position, but not too bent up. Kick them away a little bit. And then your top foot, put the heel level with the bottom foot here. All right? And what's going to happen is we're going to come up into the side plank position. All right? Putting both feet in this staggered position, hand on the knee. As I breathe out, I'm going to come up into my plank and inhale to come down. So it's an exhale up and an inhale down. Exhale up, inhale down. So extending through my legs, lifting that waist, keeping my shoulder girdle stability here. You're just going to do 2 more. Remember, like I said, you can do this on your elbow, down on your forearm. Not a problem. You're going to hold this one here. From here, you're going to breathe out, lift and bend, inhale up. 2 more. Last one. And down you go. Good job. All right, so we have to do that all over again on the other side. So we're starting down on the elbow here. All right. And again, we're going to be working that top leg. Remember, I said you can do this with the bottom leg bent or straight. So 45-degree angle. Elbow slightly away from the shoulder, ever so slightly, and that rotation outwards so you keep your stability a little bit more. The hand behind the head and lift the top leg. So again, inhale, let the waist lower a little bit as you do your pulse forward, and then as you kick back, pull up that waist. So let it lower without letting it collapse, and breathe out, lift. Inhale, inhale. If you're not prone to sciatica and you want to challenge your hamstring flexibility, flex that ankle. Inhale with a bounce. Exhale, pull up that waist. You see I'm letting it lower just a little bit, and then I'm really pulling it up as I kick my leg back. And kick. Let it lower and lift it. Let's do one more. And lift. Place the leg, hand away. Alright, so onto this bent knee position. Stay on your elbow if you want to and bring the elbow to 90 degrees here, or place the hand. And then that top foot in front, so the legs go into this staggered position here. Alright, so we're going to go lifting and lowering the hips into, just making sure I don't slip with my hand. Here we go. Exhale, up, inhale, down. Try to put your bottom down in the same place each time. Make sure the bum doesn't slowly creep towards your feet. Exhale up, inhale down. Exhale up, inhale down. One more, hold this one. Okay, breathe in. Now I'm going to exhale, bend and lift. Two more. And down you go. Good job. All right, so we're going to do the hip twist, lying on the back. And we're going to combine this with a reverse curl and an ab curl. So it's a combination curl. The difference is rather than imprinting the knees coming in straight towards your chest, they're going to come in alternating at an angle. So towards one shoulder and then the other shoulder. Hands go underneath the head. So as you be careful with your nose, don't bring the knees in so far that you bop your nose with your knees. So the curl is slightly one direction today with the body. So if my knees are going to my left, I'm lifting towards the opposite side. So my knees come into the right, I'm aiming my chest towards the opposite knee. So it's ever such a slight turn through the body and through the hips. Exhaling and inhaling. Now if you want to make this a little bit more challenging, you can exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. Or just stay with these, and we're going to do one more each side. Last one. And hug those legs in. Just do a little bit of a rock from side to side. Well done. Rock up to seated. Back to cross-legged. Just to stretch out that waist a little bit. So whichever hand on the opposite knee, hand behind and turn. Come center and swap. Place a hand down. Come over and stretch. Deep breath in. Exhale, release. Breathe in, reach up. Exhale, go the other way. Breathe in, reach. And release. Good job. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed your wonderful waist workout, and I'll be seeing you again soon. Remember to give me the thumbs up, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and press the notification button so every time I post a video you get a notification. And I'll see you soon. Bye.